Hey guys, so Honda's finally listening. A lot of people have been asking for a better product, something more engaging, not so mainstream. You know, the 11th gen kind of is a more mainstream look. I want to say more boring, just mainstream sedan. So I think this thing will really make you excited. It's bringing that excitement back that's been lost over the years. And I think it's definitely a step in the right direction, especially since all these manufacturers are slimming down the models that they offer. So let me go ahead and share some news that just came from Honda. So like I said, this has been out for a few months, so a lot of you guys probably already know about it, but I'm going to dig in some details here, and mainly just to get your guys' thoughts on this, like what you think of Honda doing this. So if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have, you know that Honda is bringing back the Honda Prelude, which is a good move for them, because if you know, that's been a sporty vehicle in the past. And here's the actual vehicle. So this isn't renderings. This is actually what it's going to look like when it comes out this fall. So not too much longer and you'll be able to pick one of these up at your dealer. I like it. It's a really more performance-oriented looking vehicle. Now it does share the identical platform as the Civic Hybrid. So it has the naturally aspirated 2.0 inline four, and it has 2 electric motors. So with all of that, it makes 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. So think of the performance of like a Civic Hybrid. So it has enough power. It's not a blazing fast car, nor is it trying to be. But it definitely has some nice touches. And the great thing about it is it says the combined MPG will be 44. With that 46 in the city and 41 on the highway. So again, following their roots, great miles per gallon, and a exciting car to drive. Like Honda's always been one that you're not going to get amazing horsepower out of it, but they can be engaging, and that's what they're saying this will be, because they're introducing what they call S Plus mode, which will simulate a real performance transmission with using the paddle shifters. And they're saying when you activate this, it'll have really quick shifts like a traditional transmission, and it'll also blip on downshifts and have rev matching and also hold it in gear longer. So more of like a sport mode, but a little bit more so. And all this because it has a direct drive transmission, so it doesn't have like a 10-speed or nothing like that. But this will definitely give it that more engaging feel that consumers are looking for, especially when you're talking about a coupe. And the interesting thing here is it comes as one trim. So this kind of shows you how Honda is slimming down their lineup. So even though they're bringing this Prelude back, you can only get it as a fully loaded Prelude. There's not going to be all these different trims that you can get or a base model. And again, that makes it a lot easier to manufacture and also gives everyone what they want, so you don't have this base model and then regretting it, wanting a higher end vehicle. And what makes this unique too is they use some of the Type R parts on this vehicle. Like they're having the Type R suspension, and it has the Type R front Brembo brakes. So that's always nice to see as well. And it comes standard with all-season tires, but they do offer a high-performance Continental if you want as an upgrade. And then if you look at the interior, it's a lot higher end than your traditional Civic. So all the Preludes are going to have synthetic leather on the dashboard and center console, so the nicer touch points. And they also have heated leather performance seats with the houndstooth perforation pattern, as well as the integrated headrest with the Prelude script embossed in it. And here's another unique thing that Honda did that I think's a good move is the driver's seat actually has firmer padding and more supportive thigh bolsters than the passenger seat, kind of giving you the idea that they do want this to be performance oriented and give the driver more of that like cockpit feel. And I think the interior, they did a good job on it too. If you look at it, it kind of gives it a more cockpit design instead of just like a flat dash. It kind of more is like a molded dashboard. And then going with the minimal options, you can either get black interior or like the picture show, a white and blue color scheme, which I think looks pretty unique. And they all get a 10.2 inch digital gauge cluster and a 9 inch touchscreen that has all the same stuff, the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all that kind of stuff that Honda is known for. And as of yet, there's no official pricing, but analysts are expecting just around $40,000. So what do you guys think? Are you excited about this? Like, I know a lot of people were wishing the Integra came in a two-door. Well, here's your option. Now the Prelude does only come in a coupe. And the Integra, if you don't get the 6-speed manual, has a CVT, where this has a similar transmission, but it's more engaging, a little bit more engaging than your traditional CVT. So it definitely seems like if you're wanting a spirited driving vehicle, this would be a way to go over a Civic or the CVT equipped Integra. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Like, if I didn't need 4 doors, I would actually think about getting this. I've seen one on a video driving around. It looks really sharp. It kind of reminds me of like the 370Z. Has a real sculpted body. I like it a lot. Like, I'm the one that doesn't need like a manual transmission either. I know some people will say if it doesn't have a manual, it's not a great car, but you know, I've had manual transmission vehicles my whole life, and it just gets old driving them if you're in traffic and with kids and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I think it's a great choice, especially how Honda is going for great gas mileage and a fun cars. So I do like it. So I want to get your guys' feedback. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of it. And if you would put your money, if it's around $40,000, you think that's worth it, just compared to what other car manufacturers are doing right now. So I just wanted to share this with you. I'm kind of excited just to see something performance oriented instead of, like I said, just very blah sedans or vehicles in that manner that utilize a full electric drivetrain too. So it's kind of nice to see they're still using the hybrid system, and hopefully it's a success in sales, so they'll keep it around a little bit longer. So I hope everyone's having a good day out there, staying safe. I appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks again, everybody.